Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am so excited to have the Rasmus on our YouTube channel. They have been personally a soundtrack to my teenage years. I've been a huge fan of the band since 15 years ago. And when I heard that you guys wanted to take part in UMK and potentially in Eurovision, I was so excited. So how did this come along?
Yeah, we have made a long career with the band, but this is something new for us. We are very excited and nervous too about the competition. The idea came last summer. Actually, many years already, the fans have asked the band that when do you guys take part of the competition? But last summer, I had this vision that actually I came up with the song that was kind of suitable for the competition, and like, why don't we take a part this year? It's very nice to be here.
Yes, I wanted to touch on the song Jezebel. How did the song came about? How was the process of writing it? And who is Jezebel to you and to all of you band members?
Yeah, I had the idea of the song, and then I called my friend, a great producer, songwriter, Desmond Child, who's written songs for Bon Jovi and Alice Cooper, Kiss, a lot of great stars from the past. And I went to see him in Greece, and we wrote this song together last summer. It was really fast made. It took only like 4 hours to finish the song.
Yeah, and even though it's about like a female character, I think we all can find like Jezebel in ourselves, and it's for everyone, like strong persons.
Yeah, it's about this strong, independent woman, kind of like a free spirit who does what she wants and doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, I want to touch on the line of the song, "A girl that looks like a boy." Could you elaborate on that line a little bit?
Well, actually, it's so that a lot of times people think that I look like a girl. So
really?
So it all gets mixed up.
Yeah, and I'm the one who looks like a boy.
But in the video, we can see your chemistry together as a band. Obviously, you've been performing since the band started in 1994. You have 5 million albums sold, which is impressive. You have a number of awards. You hit the big time in 2003 with the very famous song "In the Shadows," which when I heard I had the interview book with you, I called my mom and I was like, "Mom, I'm interviewing the Rasmus." And she was like, "Oh, the ooh, guys." She's a 60-year-old lady, so that was hilarious. How I can see on that all of these years performing together, you have a very strong chemistry performing on stage. So what can we expect the staging of Jezebel to be in UMK?
Well, we've been, ever since Lauri introduced the idea that let's take part in the competition and let's build a song together and let's build a stage presence together. So I immediately started thinking about like how should we present this song with the strong underlining the lyrics, but we are actually not allowed to talk about the staging yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a big secret.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because it's going to be a big surprise for everyone in Finland when it comes out. But yeah, what we can say is that we've been putting a lot of effort and a lot of thought into it. And
and we totally rely on the chemistry of the band being a group. That's the strongest thing we have to offer.
So what I take from this answer is that it's not going to look like the video clip.
We can't tell. You can try, but we can't.
It's quite nice. It's going to be a guessing game for you, and we just have to be quiet here.
Guys, in the comments below, let us know what you think the Rasmus staging will look like. And after UMK, we will come back to the comment section and see if you guys got it right or not.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But this year, this Eurovision year has been a great year for rock. I'm not sure if you followed Eurovision this year. We saw Måneskin, we saw Blind Channel perform fantastically. And with all the new music coming on the radio with new artists like Machine Gun Kelly and Blink-182 supporting different acts. Do you feel that the rock music is having a rebirth?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. It's been coming for a couple of years now. I've been following a lot of US bands. I live in America, so like there's a lot of things happening underground, and it's nice to see bands like My Chemical Romance and bands like that to come back together and perform. Unfortunately, it's been really hard with the COVID and concerts and everything, but it's definitely bubbling under, and it's gonna be a year of rock, 2022.
Yes. Talking about that, do you still have music? How does the Rasmus get music influences now? Because you have become the actual influencers for other bands. So is it possible for you to be influenced by other newcomers?
Yeah, sure.
I have to say something to this because the last time we played together as a band, and everything is so full of sensory impulses and all kind of music everywhere. TikTok, social media, like you hear a lot of stuff all the time. But when you're in the same room with the people who know how to play these kind of instruments, and when you create the rhythm and the melody and harmony together, like that's like a different experience. You don't somehow like it's for me it's like a sacred thing, and it's very enjoyable, and I think that's the influence. Like that's actually like playing the music together. That's the thing where that's the source where things come from.
And when we were teenagers, we've been listening bands like Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses and Nirvana and those bands. So they have a lot of that. What Eero was just explaining. It's about playing the instruments and having fun and the group chemistry and the energy that you can build together.
Well, you have had a long history as a band performing together. So how do you feel the music industry has changed throughout the years since you started till now, all of the stages in between?
It has changed a lot. I think for better. You just have to accept the changes and live with it. And I think the world is more open now especially for young artists. You don't really to have a lot of money to become famous to get your voice heard. So that's the best thing. Like now we have the internet and all the YouTubers. Whoever writes the best song and puts it out, even with the guitar and just singing a song, it can become the biggest hit of the world. And that's really nice. I really like that fact because previously it was so that who has the biggest mixing console, who has the best studio, who has the greatest video,
biggest record company,
right?
Yeah.
Like basically who has the most money.
Yeah.
That how it used to be. So it has changed for better, I think.
Yeah, and also I love the fact that you can have all the music in your pocket all the time. When you come up with the song, I want to listen to this old song, and you can easily find it and listen to it, and that's actually fantastic.
Yeah, I think I get more influenced by new music too, because everything is available.
Yeah.
People send me songs. I just like browse things and get surprised by finding something new and fresh. Nice.
I still miss CDs though.
Really?
You can have mine.
Yeah, I like going to the record.
You can have mine. I have like 2,000.
Yeah, I have cases full of CDs. I don't know what to do with them.
Bring me.
Yeah.
So could you name any new artists that you are currently listening to?
I discovered this band called Gang of Youths. They're pretty good. They're from Sydney. I live in Australia, by the way. And they're like I discovered them from my daughter, who is 17, turning 18. And they're like an indie rock group. I think 5 of them sound pretty rocky and good.
So you live in Australia, you live in America. How do you rehearse? How do you get the band going?
Well, we always come together like this. We are here in Finland now for about 3 months. So it's a good time to do everything, rehearse. We have rehearsals every day. We make videos, photos, interviews. It's actually quite nice when it's very compact like that, and then there is time. We go home, do whatever.
I know we go to Italy.
Oh yeah, we go to yeah.
Mhm.
But it's nice to have these like cycles, and it's easier to, because sometimes you need a break. It's nice to do something else. Like I love to go to Hawaii, go hiking and go surfing, and do that kind of stuff. But after a while, after a couple of weeks, I already start missing these guys and this kind of the jokes we make and the fun we're having always. It's really important to have this like the second family. And it's just
It's
best
good to
setup.
have balance also,
Yeah.
like something else, not only the band, even though this is the most important thing for us. And, it's more like a lifestyle, not only as a hobby or job or whatever. It's a lifestyle.
Mhm. So what's the craziest memory that happened with the second family? Or many memories, I guess, that we can tell, we can broadcast.
Just one
at the
came to my
video.
mind. We were once in Mexico. We met these Mexican Indians, and they gave us this juice. They had made a juice of mushrooms. It was in a Coca-Cola bottle, like a big one. It's like a white juice, and they said, "Okay, you guys drink this, and you will fly about 1 week."
Yeah, the guys like you will fly for 2 weeks with this bottle.
Yeah, so we were
Like an
drinking
eagle.
this mushroom drink, and we had our private pool. I remember like going all night, all day long. It's crazy parties, basically.
Mhm. Well, now that you've touched on Native American Indians, and Laurie, probably you've been asked before, but how did this feather hairdo come about?
Well, it was just something I did about 20 years ago.
I was
long time
alive,
ago.
so-
Still there.
It's still there. I used to have a white hair like hers,
Mhm.
and I had white feathers back in the day. So to me, it's a symbol of freedom, something like a magical token or something like a lucky charm I could put there, and like I'm
Mhm.
invincible. Just gives me strength.
Well, as I mentioned before, the Rasmus has been as a band that has been the soundtrack to my teenage years. And my favorite song it's not the Rasmus, it's Laurie, a song you did with Apocalyptica, it's Life Burns.
Yeah.
And I know that you released a few months ago another song with Apocalyptica. So how did that come about, and how do you keep that friendship throughout the years?
Yeah, it's we are very good friends, obviously, with a lot of bands in Finland. It's a small country, but we have lots of music to offer, and bands are very tightly together. We are texting with Eikka, the cellist from Apocalyptica, basically every day. He's now in LA, where I used to live, and we've done a lot of music together, and it's always fun to create something with other musicians, especially Finnish ones, because there is a lot of demand for Finnish bands in the world, and always surprising to do something together. It's always a little bit different.
Yeah, and it's really great fun to hang with Apocalyptica guys. They are really nice guys, and so it's every time we see, it might be like 2 years gap or something, but every time we see, it's like it starts where it just ended the last time, and it's really like a schoolmates or something. It's great. They're fantastic guys.
Yeah, it would be nice to go on tour with them again.
Yeah.
But taking it way back, how did you live in the Shadow era when the song exploded? How did that impact your life?
Okay, honestly, I can't remember. Yeah, it was the really big hit, like all over the world, and we had a chance to travel like 70 different countries, and it was life was extremely busy that time. A lot of days away from home, but we enjoyed every second of it. And it was I remember when we released the song, first it was like a hit in Finland because it was in a really big movie as a final song, or how do you call it?
Title song.
And then we got really good news from Sweden, that the single is, you know, hitting the radios and it's doing good there. Then it went to Denmark, and then it was kind of like a snowball effect. Then it went to Germany and Spain and Austria, Switzerland, Turkey, and then, you know, all the way to Mexico and the whole Russia. And it was really like everything happened pretty fast, as I remember.
Yeah.
And I felt so good because that wasn't the first single or the first album we released. We've been working hard before that, and then it finally happened. But every time when we did music or songs, we had kind of this kind of attitude that we want to go outside from Finland. We want to discover new places and see different cultures and meet, you know, people around the world. And it happened, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, definitely. I remember in the Spanish radio, I'm from Spain, in the car with my sisters and jamming to In the Shadows and No Fear, because I think those were the two biggest the Rasmus songs that made it to the Spanish radio. So you made my teenage years. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Taking it back to UMK, which act do you think is the one to beat? Which would you feel is your biggest competition?
It's hard to say. Yeah. Like they are all kind of different, and
by now it's only 4 songs out.
4 songs out.
3 more to go.
Yeah,
or to be released.
Yeah. And probably many people think that Cyan Kicks is our biggest competition because they're like rock band
in
English. But I don't think it's like that because there's like 7 great songs and great artists, very different from each other. So it's really hard to say.
It will be a tough competition anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, one final question, and then I'll let you go. What would you say to the bands that are finding their way in the music industry?
That's a good question. It's very tough times because at least in Finland we are kind of almost not allowed to do any live events or any live concerts right now, and it's been like this for the past 2 years.
So don't give up.
Yeah, don't
That's
give
a good
up.
one.
Yeah.
But if you can kind of hang on to your dream and if you can pursue it, just go for it, because it's making art for living is a lovely way to live.
Yeah, it's a good time to practice right now.
Yeah, write songs. And
but it's also that you have to believe in yourself and in your visions and in your dreams, and one of the most difficult things is to find the right people around you. I mean, in a band or a record company or you know, in the business. And that's if once you have a good people around you, then you have a bigger chance to succeed. And speaking of which, we have Emppu here. She's a new member, and we have new blood in our band.
Yeah.
So I think this lineup this is the new Rasmus and the new eras has started, and I think we are really happy about Emppu being in the band. Yeah.
Woo! Well, thank you guys for your time this morning. I hope you have a great day. And guys watching the video, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And especially, don't forget to watch UMK on the 26th of February at 9 p.m. Eastern European time. Yeah. Thank you for your time, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye. See you. Bye-bye.